Hey, I'm rmbulbasaurlover, here to do my top 10 electric Pokemon. Now, electric is a good type. It's a great special attack, doesn't has one weakness that can be negated through certain abilities, through an ability, but so electric, yeah. But so let's start with I guess number one. Not well, yeah. Let's start with number one. Let's do it. Number 10 is Magnemite and Magneton. I think it's Magnet. Yeah. Um, electric. There's not that many electric types, and it was hard for me to pick up a full list for this thing. The reason I have these on here is because just kind of with the whole X and Y hype and the fairy retyping, it just made me think these are the only two Pokemon other than the new fairy things that have ever been retyped because they were originally just electric in Gen 1, Gen 2, because Steel was added, they became Steel. There's only two Pokemon ever to be reclassified typing wise, so I guess that's pretty much the only reason that's on here. Number 9 is Mareep. Mareep is on here because of how cute it is, and uh, I like watching the uh anime, and there was this episode where Pikachu and Axew were playing like chase, and Pikachu was chasing Axew, or vice versa, I don't remember. And Axew hitting Mareep's wool, and it was just the cutest thing. I love Mareep. It's just cute. Number 8 is Plusle and Mining. These two Pokemon, I've never used them, but I've always liked them. Just because they introduced double battles, why not introduce two Pokemon when they're in double battles together, they help each other out. These are the Pokemon whose pretty much main move is Helping Hand, and their ability helps each other out. And I don't know, I guess that's pretty much it. But I just like the idea of a plus Pokemon and a minus Pokemon, and plus it's electric too. Number 8 is Rotom. Rotom is a Pokemon who has the second most changeable forms. The first being Arceus with a whole 17, but Rotom is always an electric type, no matter what. Its main form is Electric Ghost, and then it can combine with a washing machine, refrigerator, lawnmower, fan, or oven to become a electric water, electric ice, electric grass, electric flying, and electric fire, respectively. But it's I've always liked the form changing, except for Arceus. I hate Arceus, but I've always liked this one because when you get Rotom, there's no way you can't change him, because like Arceus, you have to find the plates, but with Rotom, you already have them. You get Rotom in black and white, go to Shopping Mall 9, and there's all the appliances right there. But yep, number 6 is Tynamo. Tynamo's on here for one reason. It's the only electric type that has no weakness, I'm pretty sure. It has the ability to levitate, meaning it doesn't get hit by ground type move, the only weakness of electric types. Which is why I always hate taking on Eliza or Eliza in black and white, because she has a Tynamo, I think. Maybe not. But number 5 is Blitzel. Blitzel's on here because I remember when I first saw Zekrom and Reshiram, I was always like, what could Zekrom be? There's not black Pokemon. Really? And Blitzel's on here just because the blackness, if you would just be looking at Pokemon, not knowing anything about them except the 17 types, you probably wouldn't think that this thing's electric type except for the bolt, but just the blackness. Why does black represent electric? I've always liked that. Number 4 is Shinx. Shinx is another one of those Pokemon that's on here just for its cuteness. But I like it because it's cute. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Number 3 is Raikou. Raikou is a legendary beast, of course, and I love the legendary beasts. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like the legendary beast is, see, I don't know if it was involved in any movie except for the shiny beast thing. I like Guardian Signs, and I like when you ride on the thing. But, Jolteon is number 2. Jolteon, another evolution, probably my favorite of them. Well, other than Leafeon, but it's one of my evolutions that I like. I love my evolutions. And I guess that's all I have to say about that one. Now, my number 1, I'd like to say the past 3 top 10 lists have included 3 things. 1, a legendary beast. 2, an evolution. And 3, a starter Pokemon. Well, not, okay, the last 2, I guess. And so, and the last one, number 3 was the legendary beast, and number 2 was the evolution, and number 1 was the starter. But now I have another, and the starter, that's the Gen 1 starter. So this one I have Pikachu, which technically is a Gen 1 starter if you think about it. And so that's just fascinating to me how I ended up doing it that way. But Pikachu is the Pokemon that's shown in media. I mean, it's always been a big Pokemon because, I mean, Pokemon Yellow came out before the anime did, so it's always been a big Pokemon. And now, when you, in every episode of Pokemon's main series of the show, there's a Pikachu for a reason that's obvious. You can usually get Pikachu in every game, actually in black and white games. And when you first see Pokemon and me, who's the Pokemon there? Pikachu. But, so that's pretty much all I gotta say, I guess. But that's all I'm wanting to say. And so, electric types, whoosh. Now, I just say, if you thought this list was shocking, well, then just die, and then we can bring you back by going clear and zzz. But, Pikachu!